What's that?
Oh, I thought you guys were promoting like free pizza.
I told you somebody was going to think that.
No,
we're just recording a podcast and we're having lunch out here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is a Little Caesars themed podcast.
We're rolling. We're rolling.
This is a real thing. Real thing.
None of you have the balls to stop this. Stop this.
I've got plenty of time. I have nothing else going on today.
We're in the Wedge neighborhood right now.
Welcome to the Wedge Life podcast. We're ordering Little Caesars from Melody's car, also known as the Pressmobile.
I'm already sweaty. Let's see. And you want... I got thin crust cheese, stuffed crazy crust cheese.
Just regular cheese. Can I just get what's a regular cheese?
Well, there's thin crust cheese. Do you like thin crust?
I just want their regular cheese.
Well, I don't know what the extra most bestest cheese. Large classic cheese. Classic sounds like.
That's what I
regular
want.
to me.
I just want
You
classic
the regular?
cheese. Yeah.
Classic.
What are you gonna get?
I think I'll get the Hawaiian.
I got my special stuff. I can't forget either. That I'm gonna sprinkle on it to see if it works.
Estimated pickup time in 15 minutes. Let's place this order.
Yeah.
All right.
Pizza.
Pizza. Now we can begin.
This is what I have.
Oh wow! Does that keep you safe from gluten?
Apparently, it was very expensive. So we'll see. Show this camera too. Fodzyme, sponsor me. Well, we'll see what happens.
Melody suffers from gluten. Is it officially an allergy?
I don't.
Just a sensitivity.
Intolerance. I don't know. I took a breath test and it was like, you can't have fructans, and part of fructans is gluten. I don't want to get into it. I'm just going to take this magic fairy dust and put it on my pizza so I can not be bloated, and well, we'll see what happens.
Well, this is the Wedge Live podcast, and we're coming to you live from Melody's automobile
Yeah, this is great.
in the beautiful Wedge neighborhood of Minneapolis. I'm your host, John Edwards. Melody is our driver for today, and we thought we would do an episode where we just see how Uptown is doing, right? We're gonna drive around, see how things are, see how businesses are surviving the new median, which I'm told is just mowing down a path of destruction.
The Hennepin median, if you will.
Path of destruction, I'm told.
So, do we have to conquer a median to get to Little Caesars?
Well, unfortunately, Melody has given away the surprise ending. This episode
We can edit that out.
We end up at Little Caesars.
So we're on the east edge of Hennepin coming up. Things are really beautiful so far, I must say. I've crossed no medians. I haven't come across any medians to conquer yet.
This is Hennepin Avenue.
Okay, which way do you want me to go, John, on our...
We're going to do a dreaded left turn.
Okay, we're going to do a left turn on Hennepin.
There's always a risk we get trespassed today, because that's basically the public safety strategy in Uptown lately is...
Well, we have to be sitting underneath a trespassing sign, and the police have to want to give us a citation. There's a lot of things that have to happen.
Right. We've never been trespassed before, so we're probably good.
Yeah, I don't know if they give us warnings first. Look at that median.
Yeah, that is the median. Here's a weird angle. Nobody's ever gotten this shot before.
Not KSTP, that's for sure.
This is the Red Cow.
I heard they're closing, John.
I heard they closed. Last
June
night the last
1st.
night?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it today?
They're
Today's
done.
June 1st.
Yeah, they're done.
Twin Leaf Cannabis is getting a sign. You lose one business, you get a cannabis business, is what they say.
Got somebody moving. Classic Uptown.
Moving in or moving out?
Which way do you want me to go now? Just keep going straight?
Oh, we missed the Little Caesars.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't sure what you wanted me to do.
You're the driver, Melody. We missed our turn. This is one of the things that happens when you have a median. You aren't quite sure where or how to turn. We're very confused right now.
Well, here, watch this. I'm gonna do this really...
Melody's doing a U-turn.
At a red light.
U-turn. Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Melody.
Well, if you've driven with me before, that's a common thing that happens.
I've been trapped in worse situations than this. I've only been in the car with you maybe once or twice before, and I've been in much worse situations.
Yeah. Oh,
Than what we
I've
just
put you in
experienced.
we've done some things.
I'll see where our order is.
Oh,
and,
okay. Because maybe we just need to chill. Loiter.
have you been inside yet?
No, this is all brand new for me.
You pick it up from a portal.
Right, because why would we want to interact with a human being
It's true.
at any point? Okay.
It feels good to patronize local business.
It's like
I feel
Nick Shirley, but you're like going into business with the
Are
cameras
you going to
and
knock
mics.
on the door and ask to see the children?
Yeah.
Knock on the door and ask to
excuse me, what is
inspect
your
the
fraud?
children.
What's your fraud level? Ooh. Okay. What's your portal number?
Portal code. Order name is John E. We're in number 4.
Yeah, I see us. Okay.
And there we'll do code 009.
Oh
that.
my gosh.
No humans required. Look at that.
That was depressing.
There we go.
Okay. Thank y'all. Like I
Yeah.
can feel the steam coming out.
And because Little Caesars doesn't have either interior or exterior dining,
Yeah.
we brought our own table and chairs. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could be.
Okay.
We could push the table
Yep.
over closer to the bike lane.
Yep. Like anybody can do this for lunch at any time.
That's right. You just bring a table and chairs.
Yep. Oh, this is the life. Oh yeah.
So I had to come back and ask what you guys are doing.
Yeah, we're recording a this is
Very cool.
Wedge Live with John Edwards to
okay.
like eat pizza out here, and we're just going to talk about, I guess, Uptown.
Okay.
Okay. Which one's which?
This is the Hawaiian,
Man, it's great.
and then this is
My
your
cheese.
And you've prepped your. This episode is
It's
sponsored by
and it's not.
Fodzyme.
Yeah.
It's the taste you crave, I believe is their tagline.
Let's try it. Oh man, I haven't had Little Caesars in forever. It's gonna be so good.
I believe this is the first episode we've done since we lost Chief O'Hara.
I listened to a radio show called Krabby Coffee, I think. Okay, Krabby Coffee Shop with Kenny Olson and Jay Coles.
Jay Cole's the KSTP guy?
Yes, and then Minneapolis, and then they had a retired, they have this guy on a lot, retired Minneapolis police sergeant Ken Tidwell. So they talked about Brian O'Hara.
What do they say? Do they hate him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hate him for all the reasons we would not hate him.
So they talked about how he had complaints against him, like every 3 months when he first started, there were complaints against him.
From other cops?
Yes. But it was really interesting to hear them talk about the police chief from like the police point of view.
Right.
And also how like Jay Coles knew a bunch of this stuff, as a lot of reporters did, but didn't have any like sourcing. But then he talked about how somebody leaked him some of these early reports.
So Jay Coles is famously the Pointergate reporter, where was it like 2015 or so, where Betsy Hodges, the former mayor, and one of her campaign volunteers took a photo pointing at each other, and that got turned into a gang sign because the police union wanted Jay Coles to report it that way. It was so dumb that it put Minneapolis on the Daily Show before that became a regular thing. Like put Minneapolis on the map for how crazy our police department is. And so that is the kind of local reporter Jay Coles is, very close to the police union.
Let's have some context here. Thank you.
And so they must be beside themselves with joy that Brian O'Hara is gone.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, and the sergeant that was on, you can listen. Anybody can listen to this. Every time they brought up George Floyd a couple times, and right at the end he's like, "Who died of a drug overdose, not homicide. I was like, damn.
Wait, is J. Cole's a guest on this podcast?
No.
Or is he a
And he
co-host?
didn't say that. Sorry, he didn't say that.
I know, but like, does he
hosts
co-host?
it. Yeah, it's his. But they get next week. They're talking about Uptown, and it's not next week yet, so I can't talk to you about it.
How often do you listen to this? More than you listen to the Wedge Live podcast?
Just once.
Probably.
I just listened. The other ones you can see I haven't listened to yet, but they had Bob Kroll on last week. They had Michael Rainville on.
Oh man, there's a whole subculture I'm not aware of.
I think, and you know,
I don't want to listen to a podcast where they push the Chauvin truther conspiracy theory where he's actually innocent and he got railroaded.
well, you don't have to. Sometimes it's good to listen to your enemies. They're not my enemies, but
That's not even like a perspective. Like, obviously, people in Minneapolis have those opinions, but no elected official is saying those things or even appealing to that crowd. That's like a hardcore far right.
I could not believe he said, who died of a drug overdose on the air.
Well, if you spend enough time online, it's in your replies all the time that George Floyd died of a drug overdose. Chauvin was railroaded. Katie Blackwell, who was the acting chief, is responsible.
They don't like Katie Blackwell either, so they're really mad that
she's the linchpin in their conspiracy theory that Chauvin was railroaded.
Because they do get trained. Yes, they talked about it today. That they do get trained to pin people by their neck.
Which I think is a misreading of their manual. There's an element of chief criticism is now okay because he's gone.
We're
recording a podcast. We're recording a podcast. It's kind of like TV on the internet a little bit. Yeah.
We're just checking out the new Little Caesars. And
Yeah, Little Caesars. Have you tried the new Little Caesars?
I know, I see that from here though.
Yeah. Pretty good.
But they closed the location of
They did.
Nicolette and Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one down by
yeah.
Hiawatha Avenue, that's an infamous one. That one's almost scary to go in.
This one is not scary at all. This
No.
one's great.
I like the pizza, but it's you got to eat it right away or it'll turn rock hard on you. And then you got a microwave.
That's why we had to set up the table and chairs so we could get to it immediately. We're not taking it home.
Well, it's nice to chat with you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Hey, good to see you.
Where were we on the Brian O'Hara conversation? That it's okay, now it's okay to criticize the chief more than it was before.
Oh yeah.
I was surprised to see the Alifa, the guy who is the director of the Monitor,
Yeah.
was like, oh, total obstacle to reform, this O'Hara guy.
No
And then-
way. He came out. He said something today.
Not today, but in an article in the Star Tribune after O'Hara left. The State Department of Human Rights director also quoted. Like, I feel like if this hadn't happened, none of these things would have been said publicly through the confirmation process. And he got fired for things unrelated. He should have been fired. He resigned. He was allowed to resign, essentially fired. And all that, he resigned for things that were not really related to police reform, police performance, the budget, all the things that a lot of people are coming out to criticize now were not related to why he's gone. And it's possible we just wouldn't have heard as much of it from certain corners. It's a lot easier to like kick a guy when he's no longer here.
Yeah. That's really interesting because the vibe that he was putting out, or maybe like the general vibe, even the vibe that I got reading the Alifa reports, was that it's the culture of the Minneapolis Police Department that's hard to reform. That there's individual police officers. Like, he definitely was not named. Or it wasn't being stated that like police leadership, it's the rank and file that are being really hard to move, I guess, in terms of progress. So the podcast also said that he came with what they refer to as a jacket, which I thought maybe they were going to talk about his leather jacket, but no. It was about like the record that he came with, and apparently he had some issues in Newark, New Jersey too.
I got an email when he was first hired. and other journalists got this email too. They talked about it at the press conference. Making all these claims, which in hindsight seem, they were probably all, or a lot of it was credible. And some of the stuff with his driver,
The new stuff?
kind of crazy. Like sending his driver to like coordinate with the person, one of the people he was alleged to have had a relationship with, to like, I guess, obstruct, make sure they had their story straight.
Well, men are not good at
Men aren't what?
men are not good at cheating and like doing this love affair thing. They just mess it up.
Yeah, don't do it at work. You have the highest profile job maybe in the state, police job at least,
Yeah.
and you have so many enemies inside your department
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
that think you could get away with it. Another thing that blew my mind was somebody's out there recording phone conversations to bust him, and it made me wonder, who is that person?
They are? I didn't hear this.
Yeah, the way they got him is that somebody recorded a conversation with his driver, who is a Minneapolis police officer, and got him to admit how things were covered up. So you wrote a story about Uptown recently, didn't you?
It was a recap. Well, there's $1 million going into the community safety ambassadors, which we already knew. And then a total, I think, of all the arrests that were made. And I got that from the police through April for trespassing.
And so do you think that's what's having an impact? It was very quick from, oh my God, Uptown is in chaos, to like a couple of weeks later, it felt like people were already declaring victory. Like, this is such a change. And how much of that is real, and to what do we attribute it?
There are people that, I've heard a few things. Some people say that after that article came out, Uptown is in crisis, that's when, and I think it was Elizabeth Schaefer asked the mayor's office if they had read that article, and they said no. But then I think Elizabeth Schaefer putting that article in the mayor's office's face, maybe. People say to me that when that article came out, they saw things change. That seems sad, because I think that the community has been calling and reporting stuff for months and months and months.
For years.
And for one call, or for one article to come out, and that to make them to be like, oh, okay, because the media is now paying attention. That's just sad. If that's the truth, then that's sad. But maybe it's Elizabeth, her relationship with the mayor. Elizabeth Schaefer has some, she said something to the right person or whatever, but it was also that whatever the law enforcement was doing with these citations, I don't want to say it worked, because I really don't like the concept of people just getting pushed, because they're just somewhere else now. They're in Whittier. People are just in Whittier hanging out. A lot of people got services through Hennepin County when they were hanging out at Walker Library. So there were a lot of services being offered and people taking them up on those services. But there's still a huge, huge problem going on. It's just now not so visible because it's over on Blaisdell and it within the deeper in the neighborhood in some properties where you can't see, it's not as visible. So it's the same problem. It's just moved somewhere else. There are other areas of the city that have the same issues and they're not being policed at the same level. If you want to say, okay, law enforcement helps, like if you're going to do this trespassing, put up a trespassing sign, okay, now you're trespassing, so we put a no trespassing sign on this tree because they're sick of people loitering here. Okay, now they can come and cite us for trespassing.
I have a lot of sympathy for business owners and property owners who are like, I don't want people doing drugs outside of my place of business. That's not good for me.
Yeah.
I feel like they have a right to expect government to take care of that problem. And if you feel like you have nobody's helping you, there are no solutions, the police coming and
Oh, median. Look at that.
wow, median chaos here on Hennepin Avenue.
Yeah. If that median wasn't there, that
Median-
honk wouldn't have happened.
Median-induced road rage.
Yeah.
Right here, live on the Wedge Live podcast. But people are right to expect the government to come and do something, and if they're not providing housing or addiction services or whatever the case may be, and the police come by and they move people along, they trespass them, arrest them or whatever, I don't know, people will be like, well, that worked, right? That worked for me.
Yeah.
I got what I needed. And people will see that as the solution because it worked for them. Like it's not their job to find solutions for people who are in crisis in front of their business. They just want the problem to go away.
I know. So now we're dealing. So what Sabri did was, I talked to him, Basim.
The Uptown Sabri?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one who owns Carmel Mall, not the one that, not his brother who
Not
did
the guy who feuds with the mayor.
I mean, this guy probably
They
feuds
both feud with
yeah,
the
but
mayor.
not the one not his brother who had a big feud last summer with the encampments. But I think they have a similar take on if the city government is not going to do anything, I will just step in and do something.
Although, from different angles, the one Sabri built a fence to keep people out, and the other Sabri was like, come on in, we'll set you up here in this parking lot.
But people are still using that space along Blaisdell to hang out and use drugs and sell drugs, and I just don't, I mean, it's not my job to figure out what to do, but just as a journalist and a concerned citizen who's been reporting on this for a long time, it's been years that space has not been addressed. And there's like, it's a huge commercial corridor, and there's an apartment building right
the
there.
people who live in that apartment building,
I would be pissed.
I would move.
Oh my gosh.
I'd be so mad.
So what I'm saying is, I think it's a fair question to ask. Okay, if the police or whatever the answer was, maybe it was a combination of Hennepin County and MPD, if they got Uptown figured out like that fast, like why isn't that happening over on Blaisdell? Like why is that spot still so full of people? I'm just going to leave it at that, because if I start saying like, why aren't the police there, or why isn't Hennepin County there, they're going to come back and say, we are there, we do show up, but it's not the same level of, I guess if you can do it in one area of, you know what I mean, once you see it done. Also, I'm not convinced that the people that are getting moved along are getting the help that they need. So that's another issue. But when I talked with Hennepin County, they said that it's not the same static group of people that keeps moving around, because people will come in and out of services. They'll get housing, they'll say yes to treatment, but it's just these spots that people know where to go to like do their fentanyl if they can't do it at home, or buy fentanyl,
Yeah, have we talked since they cut the bench off the library?
No,
Did you
obviously, no. When did they do that?
You know the stone bench in front of the walker?
Yeah.
It's like attached to the wall.
Yeah.
They like sawed it off.
And I know other people have mentioned this, but the hostile architecture of just fencing off places where people can't go.
Yeah, we lose public spaces.
It takes away, we just lose public spaces for everybody.
Yeah.
And
We can't manage our public spaces, and so the solution is we should not have public
Nobody
spaces.
should have them, including the people that are utilizing them. Like, nothing makes me angrier than like seeing benches that have the armrest in the middle, so you can't like put your feet up or like lay down. And it's like, so nobody can take a nap in the park? Nobody can put their feet up and read a book, and nobody can enjoy all the like open space downtown. You just fenced it all off. Nobody can sit anywhere.
No. And they're doing more fare enforcement on the BRT lines, which I hate to say, Melody, I think is a good thing. Because as a frequent bus rider, there is a value, something I was a little bit skeptical of years ago. There is a value in the quality of your trip.
Absolutely.
As it relates to making sure everyone paid to get on. because it can become,
It can get really rowdy.
people can be smoking, doing drugs. It is the degradation of public spaces.
sucks.
We need to figure it out because things like libraries and parks and public seating and transit, it's really important that those things work. If we give up on them and we retreat to private spaces, that won't be good.
There's a lot of small businesses that know who the Uptown clientele is. Like that Star Tribune article that was written by 6 people.
Nothing gives the impression of war-torn nation like 6 people writing one article. I was like, wow, things must be bad. They sent 6 people to Uptown to write this article.
Their tactical gear on.
Did you enjoy the article?
It's hard to read other people's work on Uptown because I'm constantly comparing it to my stuff. No, I thought it was well done.
I appreciated the perspective because it didn't mention the medians, which I am sick and tired of people bringing up the medians. It's not the medians.
It has nothing to do with the street reconstruction. That is
Right, the street is open.
Yeah.
Cars are moving up and down the corridor.
And I'm going ADHD on you, but I know you've talked about this. Nobody uses the parking. Like I drive up and down here.
It's a problem.
Like we're sitting here and like nobody is parked in front of, there's like nobody using the parking. And
Right.
everybody was so worried about the parking.
And the side effect of that is people will drive in the parking lane.
I got so confused by that. I was
And
like,
drive real
is
fast.
that a lane? It's not a lane.
People are routinely using it as a lane. It is a part-time bus lane, but most of the time it's parking. And because it's always empty.
Because no one parks on Hennepin.
In the mid-block crossings, the unsignaled mid-block crossings, if you get to the median refuge, and you're like, okay, one more lane of traffic to go, and they stop for you, but then you get to the next one and someone is using it as a fast lane,
Oh, it's so dangerous.
and you're not expecting it, they really need to paint it red and indicate this is not for driving, because I feel like it's got the worst compliance of any bus lane in the city.
Yeah.
And part of that has to do with it's an empty parking lane for much of the day.
It really is.
I think Uptown's coming back. We got all these things going for us here.
Well, I think especially the Little Caesars.
We haven't talked enough about the Little Caesars.
No, we haven't. John and I have been so excited about the Little Caesars. I have a long time.
You too, or just
affinity.
me?
Me?
Oh, you
I
too?
no, I am excited. I used to eat, before I had my stomach problems, I used to eat Little Caesars all the time.
Wow, so this is bringing up memories.
I would bring this home from work. Yeah, after my professorships, there is Little Caesars on the way home, and I would pick it up.
But if the police show up and try to trespass us, we tell them we're with Little Caesars Corporate, and this is we're the social media team for Little Caesars.
Nothing makes me, I don't even know what emotion I get. Probably just annoyed when privileged white people like yourself think that you're going to get in trouble with the police when you're never going to get in
Really?
trouble with the police.
Really?
My brother will get it like worried about, I'm like, nobody is going to stop us. I don't even, like, I get that it's a joke, and also it just so would never happen that,
Although,
and
did
it
you?
reeks of, yeah,
It reeks of
privilege.
privilege. Really, it reeks of privilege to worry about the police hassling you.
Because it's just you're never gonna get trespassed. And like actual people do because of how they look.
Did you read that opinion in the Star Tribune of the guy poking his head in at what is like a taco place, the new taco place? And the police like came over the You didn't read that opinion?
No. Okay, here.
A cop got on the loudspeaker and was like, I forget what the person says they said,
Yeah.
but it's like, move it along. Like they got hassled simply for stopping and peeking into a window of a new business to see how far it was coming along. Over by 7 points.
I do that all the time.
I do that too. And it made me think, Melody, what happens if the police hassle me?
Oh my gosh. I hope you'll survive. I'm never gonna. Stop scapegoating people for Uptown's problems
Yep, that's it.
by Christian Heller.
Oh, wow, we have loud cars.
Yeah. We're trying to record a podcast.
I thought that was power tools.
No, it's just a car backing up.
But I did appreciate the Star Tribune article because I feel like it was more thorough
Yeah.
than a lot of things that get said about Uptown.
I think to go back to your actual question about is Uptown Death Town. I don't know what your original question was.
How do you feel about Uptown Death Watch?
Death Watch. And this is where I don't know enough about real estate, but a couple of those places that just aren't being rented out because of how expensive they are, that's really interesting to me. Like, I don't know what to do about that.
Mm-hmm. It's a market problem.
And I think when those rents, a lot of those buildings, I don't know when it must have been when they turned them all into Apples and North Face and stuff that they got really expensive.
And so now the market is adjusting, and we're waiting for these loans to explode. They can't lower their rents because it would mess up their financing and how much they're worth on paper. And so
but nobody can afford to come in and...
Right. It is advantageous to them to just keep them vacant rather than lower the rents. And so we're waiting for like their loan to explode, they sell the property at a deep discount, and then the next person who comes in will finally have the financial freedom to make it a viable space. Like invest money into it, lower the rents, create smaller spaces for people.
Yeah. That's what I've been hearing a lot, is that those spaces just need to be smaller. Are you ready for your cat tour? That's soon, isn't it?
It is.
It's in like 2 weeks.
3 weeks. 24th of June.
Oh, it's later. Okay.
Yeah. So I could say this on the podcast. CBS Sunday Morning is maybe going to do a thing.
Oh my gosh!
It's not confirmed. I don't
know.
But
they contacted you?
They did. They screened me to see if it was the kind of thing they would want to do. It's one of my favorite Sunday morning news shows.
Of course it is. You and all the grandpa and grandmas.
Yeah. Love the nature segment. Anything to recommend to anyone?
Do you ever say if you have anything to recommend?
Sometimes I'll recommend like a TV show. I don't remember if I've recommended Andor yet. Have you seen Andor?
No.
The Star Wars TV show?
No. Pass.
But it's different. It's kind of like a political thriller.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay.
The affiliation with Star Wars is kind of beside the point.
Okay.
You don't have to be a Star Wars person.
Okay.
To enjoy it.
Okay.
Do you enjoy sci-fi?
Yeah.
Then you might enjoy Andor.
What is it on?
Star Wars can get a little goofy.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, right? Star Wars is a Disney property.
Okay.
Very good. It's only 2 seasons. It's already over. What's that?
Oh, so I thought you guys were promoting like 3 pieces.
I told you somebody was going to think that.
No,
we're just recording a podcast and we're having lunch out here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is a Little Caesars themed podcast.
So Andor.
It's really good. I mean, I'm thinking this is the best thing I've ever seen while I'm watching it. It's so good.
Wow. Because of the plot line and that stuff?
It's got a great cast. The writing is good.
Wow.
Maybe the best TV show I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I highly recommend that.
Oh, wow. Okay. I discovered that Beavis and Butthead is on Paramount Plus. And all 11 seasons with the music videos.
Are you a fan?
Well, given that I just brought it up and I mentioned there's 11 seasons, what do you think? I might have bought it. I either tried to buy it or I did buy a Beavis and Butthead poster at Kmart when I was younger, and my mom wouldn't let me put it up in my room. That's
How old were you?
middle school.
Did your
maybe?
mom not approve of the content of Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, I don't even know if she knew what the content was, but it was one of those
She maybe heard about it on the news.
yeah, or
Like don't let Melody play video games or watch Beavis and Butthead.
or listen to
otherwise
Marilyn Manson I love it. I think did you ever watch it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, their commentary and music videos is really good.
Right, it's like Mystery Science Theater except for music videos.
Yes. But it was hard to find online because all the copyright for the music videos, so the fact that they have it on Paramount Plus now. But Beavis and Butthead would watch like an Alice in Chains video, but they'd also watch like a very obscure R&B video that nobody...
Basically it was how interesting the music video was. It was an interesting video. The music didn't have to be good.
No.
Just like if it's good enough to talk about.
Yeah.
The episode is over. I'm your host, John Edwards. This has been the Wedge Live podcast. Thank you to my guest, Melody Hoffmann. Thank you for listening.
This is a real thing. Real thing.
None of you have the balls to stop this.
We're in the Wedge neighborhood right now, 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 right now.